Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Luke and I talk about classic, vintage, affordable and designer perfumes here on this channel, and today I want to do a perfume haul for you. I got 3 perfumes for my birthday, that was over a month ago, but I wanted to take the time to test them out properly. One I bought myself, the other one was bought by my mum and gifted to me, and the third one, this one here, was actually sent to me, but not in PR because I was as bold as to ask for it. I literally messaged the brand and they replied, and I didn't see their email for about a month because, you know, I don't give a toss about sponsorships and PR, so I don't check my emails. But when I eventually did see the email, I said yes. They obviously didn't ask for anything in return. They didn't even ask me to review it. So I'm just doing this because I can, because I want to. And I chose this one because I've been looking into vintage revivalist niche brands that focus on, you know, doing perfumes in the vintage style, in the classical style of perfumery, what we like here on this channel, don't we? And this one, gosh, I really wanted to try this one. When I asked for it, I just wanted a sample, but they did send a full bottle and also a whole sample kit, which I will be reviewing some other day. Today, let's just focus on this one. This is Fleurs by a brand called Parfum d'Empire. It's called Fleurs, which translates to 3 flowers. So why was I interested in this perfume, you might ask? Well, because it's compared to Joy by Jean Patou, the original Joy from the 1930s. We all know Joy, don't we? Which has sadly been discontinued by the company of LVMH/Dior, who had acquired the rights to this perfume or to this brand back in 2018, I think, but that's another story. Let's talk about Fleurs. So this perfume is essentially a vintage, old-fashioned floral. It has been slightly toned down, slightly modernized, but it's still very vintage. It's a scent from a bygone era, and it's something that my nose absolutely adores. This makes me think of a vintage bathroom from the 70s, full of little pots of creams and oils, rose-scented soaps. It's absolutely narcotic. It's an old school rose, but it's a thorny rose, a green rose, a rose on a stem. It's mixed with tuberose, which is decaying tuberose, slightly indolic, sweet, waxy, also ever so slightly green. And the third flower it has is obviously jasmine, which is not a green jasmine. It's not a sweet jasmine. It's a decaying jasmine. It's an indolic jasmine. Very French, very elegant, very sophisticated. And that jasmine really reminds me of Joy by Jean Patou. This scent truly has an air of Joy by Jean Patou, but it's also a scent of its own. And this is a scent for a vintage lover. The flowers in here, I would say, are on the verge of decay. It really takes you on a journey from a green rosebud to a rich, pollen-laden, decaying rose. And there's also some galbanum and mint to perk it up, make it a bit more green, a bit more toned down, not, completely floral. It's also got some musk, which definitely adds to the indolic aspect of the jasmine. Look, I'm going off the cuff here, keeping it very real. I've not prepared for this review. I'm just telling you how I feel about this perfume, and I absolutely love it. I do think this is polarizing. This is not your easy to wear jasmine rose perfume. Well, definitely not. This is a proper old school French floral bouquet. Think Joy by Jean Patou. Think Jardin de Bagatelle from Guerlain. Think Amarige de Givenchy. Think Quelques Fleurs from Houbigant, 1910. It was launched back in the early 20th century. Think that style of perfumery. And I absolutely love this. Needless to say, the performance is incredible. This lasts for days on my clothes. It projects like crazy. The other day, I literally sprayed it once. My mum came over, she could smell it from afar. One spray on the back of my hand. I normally do about 4 or 5. I'm wearing it today, actually. It's my scent of the day. And I did 4 sprays, and I can smell it all around me. So let's do the next one. This one was gifted to me by my mum, and this is Laura Biagiotti Roma, the original one from 1988. This is an homage to the city of Rome, and it's an oriental spicy. I would call this an aromatic, fresh oriental with an Italian vibe to it. It does smell like Rome because that opening, it's got that aromatic greenery that makes you think of the cypress trees. And then the dry down is very, very balsamic, ambery, just what I like. It's not a heavy amber like opium. It's more of a light scent, I would say. Not much of a projector, not much of a performer. It didn't really last on me more than, say, 6 hours. But I really love the opening. The opening is dry and minty, also soapy, very classic. It's a classic floral bouquet. And then comes, the heavy, balsamic, dusty, ambery base of myrrh and vanilla. And that base makes me think of Dior June. And when I spray it in the air, the citrus from the opening, all the greenery, do make me think of Shalimar just for a split second. But when it dries down, it's definitely Dior June-esque on my skin. I love that oriental base, and I also love the slight spiciness from the carnation. I love carnation in perfumes, and I know many of you really like carnation fragrances, so this one is yet another carnation. Maybe I should do a video on carnation perfumes, maybe. In terms of sweetness, I would not say this is overly sweet. Obviously, the base does give it some sweetness, but that opening really makes it ever so slightly bitter. So this one, I'm not sure. People who are not used to classic perfumes would not like this. I would say if you like perfumes like Must de Cartier, Crazy Krizia, Dior June, even Shalimar, give this one a try. Last but not least, we've got one that's been on my radar for a decade almost, and I never got to smell it. This is Grain de Soleil by Fragonard, which is a French company based in the south of France, in Grasse, in the perfume capital of the world. And this was launched in 1999. Gosh, this is breathtakingly beautiful. Breathtakingly beautiful. This is a 90s style floral vanilla scent with a touch of incense, cinnamon, and the lady in the shop also said it's supposed to have a lot of jasmine. Jasmine is not listed online, I don't know why, but this definitely has jasmine. And let me tell you what this reminds me of. It took me almost a month to figure it out. It reminds me of, yes, it did remind me of Yop Le Bain, which I have. It's got that classic vanilla vibe, that classic powdery vanilla vibe. But it also reminds me of Alien Essence Absolue, which I used to have back in 2019. Just a tiny 30ml bottle, used it up, loved it. Nowadays it's so expensive, I don't even want to look it up on eBay. But this one has the same vibe. And why do I love this so much? I think it's the waxy, powdery florals mixed with the vanilla, mixed with the powder, mixed with the musk. It's absolutely stunning. I will do a full review of this perfume So this is Grain de Soleil. It means a grain of sunshine, and they also have the original Soleil and Cœur de Soleil, which is a heart of sunshine, I guess. And this one only cost me 42 euros. In Paris, I bought it in Paris. I was in Paris for my birthday. And honestly, that's such a beautiful memory. I visited the Fragonard shop. I visited some other perfume shops. And this one, although not an expensive luxury purchase, will forever remind me of that trip. I'll end the video here. Thank you everyone for all the wonderful birthday wishes you sent me over the last couple of weeks, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. March is here, spring is here, and I'm just feeling very optimistic. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea now, and I'll edit this video and post it. So have a nice weekend everyone. Bye.